Good evening, I'm Christy Casciano.
And I'm Rod Wood. Bryce Mills is a star football player at Liverpool High School. But the sport that's really captured his imagination is not even offered at his school.
News Channel 9's Stephen Fani introduces us to this former athlete of the week who has big dreams of one day becoming a champion.
We first introduced you to Bryce Mills 2 years ago after he won the Silver Gloves Boxing Championship in Missouri. He was 15 at the time, still an amateur, in his freshman year at Liverpool High School. Well, this is Bryce Mills now.
Coming in at 5'8", weighing in at 154 pounds, from Syracuse, New York, USA, Bryce, the Golden Boy Mills!
Earlier this month, he was in Dubai making his professional debut, a fight that he won in just 58 seconds against a former kickboxing champion from Greece.
All the amateur fights I've had and I've won, they don't count anymore. So this is a whole different ball game. So I realized that this last fight I had was my opportunity to create a name for myself and to really build and show everybody what all the hard work I put in.
And all of that hard work started at the age of 5. Bryce brought home a flyer for an after-school martial arts program, and his parents signed up their son having no idea what it would turn into.
I would never say that now, but back then I thought this was just going to be, a 30-day thing, blow a little bit of money, and let him, test the waters.
Very injury prone in the beginning when he first started training. So it was kind of funny always watching him. He had to cast on something. So, but I knew he always had the heart, the will, the drive. One thing, we can teach him the skill set, but sometimes, to have the fire, that was something that he had at a young age.
Boom, and then he's moving.
Bryce, of course, still has that fire, and it's a good thing he does because this sport is an everyday thing. Training the body, training the mind. To be a world-class athlete, which is the goal, you got to be willing to make sacrifices.
You're either all in or you're not in at all, honestly, and it's hard at times. Sometimes you got to wake up when you don't want to, and you got to go to training. Sometimes you got to work out even if you don't want to, but those have to be your best days. And it entails a lot, but I love it, and I love every second of it. If I wasn't loving it, then I wouldn't be doing it.
And that's where Bryce's support system comes into play. His parents admit they've gotten some pushback from other parents about allowing their son to turn pro in combat sports at such a young age. But Steve Mills believes his son is ready. He also knows how much Bryce loves to do it.
If your child is passionate about something, you really don't have much of a choice. You have to support them, give them every opportunity to be successful. And that's really all we're trying to do.
No matter what I do, if I was to say I love chemistry, or if I love science, they'd be backing me in that. It's not just because I'm doing this that they're backing me. They just love me and they care for me.
And Bryce, in turn, is paying it forward. Even though he's still 2 months shy of his 18th birthday, he's already looking to provide guidance and support to the next generation of kids coming up behind him.
When I was a young kid, I remember looking up to people and being like, wow, and to have the opportunity to actually be that person, to be that role model is amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I realized that. So I just got to keep growing as a person and really take everything day by day and be the best man possible.
The ultimate goal, though, in this sport is to become a world champion. On August 1st, Bryce will take yet another step on that journey as he's scheduled to make his pro debut here in the States.
When I get in the ring, there's not one person I fear, not one person I'm scared of. I don't care who I fight. I'm ready. I'm ready to put the dedication in, put all the work in, and make the most out of it.
We just want him to really chase his dreams at this point. Give it a shot. He's still in high school. See where this thing goes, and I think the sky's the limit.
That next fight on August 1st will be held here locally at the Embassy Suites right near Destiny Mall.
It's going to be a good one. Bryce still has a year left at Liverpool. Will he continue to play football this fall?
He plans to. He's going to take a break from competitive fighting during the fall. He's already been elected a team captain. He's a running back. He's a linebacker for the Warriors. He says that Dave Mancuso and the coaching staff have been very supportive there.
It'd be interesting to see what's next for him after high school.
So he's got to deal with his parents. He can continue to pursue his dream, but he has to go to college, so he's likely going to end up going to Lemoyne so he can continue to train locally. As for a major, he's leaning toward exercise science.
I think Bryce will continue to be successful.
Really good kid, nice family too.
Fun to watch.